Hello everyone, I've just come to Danes Dyke this morning to meet up with a lady who was going to tell me about seeing the cat, one of the big black cats that have been seen in and around Danes Dyke. And I think these little interviews are important, not just to establish that the cats are here and they're not harming anybody, but also for the naysayers, also for the people who say what a load of rubbish. Because once again we've got another witness who's seen it quite up close and personal. So the date today is, let's have a look, October the 9th. So she'll be meeting this lady shortly and she'll be giving me a good description of what she's seen. And no doubt, due to what she's told me on the phone, it does not conform in shape or size to a domestic cat. And due to the close proximity that she saw it, we know it weren't a dog. So I'll meet up shortly. Let's just have a look. Look at that. Autumn's here. Don't know whether it's picking them leaves up, but it's absolutely pristine. It's beautiful. What could be better? So we shall just, I don't want to fall down here, but oh, what's that? A big hawk. Ah, that were a big bird, but it were a hawk, nothing unusual, but I wonder if camera picked that up. It may have done. Okay, then I'll head towards the car park and see whether she's arrived. Thank you. So, Charlie, can you just walk us into what happened?
Right, so me and Missy, the dog, was walking up here. Quite a way up, actually, near the beginning of the Danes Dyke entrance.
Okay.
We went up the steps there.
Yeah.
Walked along the bridge.
Yeah.
Down. We got quite far down. It was near the top of the steps to come back down onto the beach. And I didn't actually notice anything at first. Missy was near a tree, rustling, running off her lead. And I don't know if Missy disturbed her or my footsteps disturbed it, but the next thing I saw was just a head turn and look at us with big brown eyes.
Do you know, that's what surprised me when you initially emailed me and you said big brown eyes. You must have been quite close.
I was.
Right, okay.
I will show you, obviously. And because Missy was still near the tree, she had a nickname, Micey. So I was really quietly trying to say, Micey, Micey, come to mummy, come to mummy. Eventually she came. I put a lead on because I thought it was the only way to get away and down the steps.
Yeah.
To the next level on the bench.
Yeah.
Took her lead off and ran down to the beach hoping that this thing or whatever it was wouldn't follow me.
Wouldn't follow you. I see.
But it wasn't very old. I'd say 6 to 7 years old.
Right.
So
what makes you think that then, Charlie?
Because you could tell by the face features, you know, like when you've got a puppy and they're growing.
Or an old dog,
Yeah,
you can see it difference.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or an old cat, because we're
Yeah.
talking cats, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, Charlie, before we get to where you saw this, just describe your dog a little bit and its behaviour.
Missy was fine. She was running along, doing her normal things up and down. You know, catching up to me.
Yeah.
Off lead. Just being a typical dog.
Oh,
she
so
was.
fairly young dog then.
Well, she was about 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, she wasn't very old. But she, like I said, she was doing a typical normal Missy.
And what type of dog was it?
She was a collie.
Right. So they've got a good instinct, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and would it were well behaved?
Oh yeah, she was very well behaved. Unfortunately, I just had my other dog put to sleep
Oh dear.
2 weeks before because he had a brain tumour. Just to get her out, because obviously she was then a dog on her own because we already had Louie when Missy arrived.
Yeah.
So obviously it was upsetting for her as well, you know, to not have a companion with her.
Yeah.
So I just decided, put her in the back of the car, come for a walk up here, get her out, take her mind off it, you know, so she won't pining as much.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We just had a leisurely walk. It was lovely.
And about 11 o'clock you said, didn't
Yeah,
you?
about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Weather conditions, what were it like?
It was clear. Yeah, it was a lovely day.
Were there other people walking about then?
Not that I saw, not here anyway.
No? Right.
Me and the dog.
Okay. So prior to seeing this cat, had you any other experiences about strange in Danes Dyke?
Not in Danes Dyke, no.
No? Okay.
No. And not where cats are concerned, no.
No. So you were walking through this little wood,
Yeah.
and if you were going to estimate this animal's size, you had a collie.
I had a collie.
Compared to your collie dog?
At least 2 of her.
Really?
Yeah.
And she were fully grown?
Yeah.
So a collie's going to weigh what? £45, £50?
Yeah, she was about 45 pounds.
So you'd walk to here?
Yeah. Missy was at the tree over there. The 3 sort of together.
Yeah.
Missy was there. And that wasn't overgrown as much as that. That's actually overgrown more.
Well, that thicket?
Yeah.
Because there's some flat ground behind there.
Yeah, well it was actually sat in there.
Right. So shall we walk towards that then now?
Yeah. So I had to get Missy from there to the steps past where this cat was.
Right.
Did
it growl or?
No, just moved its head watching us very, very closely. So I was stood about here.
Right.
Which is about 50 foot away from the tree where my dog was.
So your tree's at what, that tree?
That tree.
That one,
Yeah.
right, okay.
And so I was stood here going, Missy, come here. And she came, and I got her on a lead, and I walked round these 2 trees.
So if we walk round here now.
So I walked round.
What month was this?
So it was the first lockdown. So it would have been about end of March.
Right, okay.
Beginning of April.
11 o'clock in the morning, and it's in there.
Yeah.
And that weren't as overgrown.
No.
So how far in do you think it were off? Because there's path there, isn't there?
Yeah. So the hedge was quite a bit further back.
Right.
And it was literally under the hedge.
Right, okay.
It was. And so we creeped round while this cat was watching us.
Did you feel like it were going to spring up at all? Or
No, it was just literally watching us. I think it was more cautious of us as we were with that.
Yeah.
So we came round here and gently watched it as I came round here.
Yep.
And we got just towards the steps and I run.
Right, okay. But did you look back?
No.
So you didn't look back. So before we go down steps, just give us an indication roughly where it is that you saw it.
Right. So it was in this bush, and I'd say it was about here with its feet.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
So I'll leave your foot on there.
There.
And so you see its 2 front feet.
Yeah. Its head down looking at us,
Right.
and its back will have been about here.
So it was big then.
It was a big
cat,
yes.
yeah. And like you've just said, twice as big as your
Yeah.
collie dog. You said big brown eyes.
Yes.
And it didn't show its teeth.
No, I think it was just watching us to make sure
You weren't going to be a threat to it.
Yeah.
How unusual, because only place it could go were over at cliff, which is
Yeah.
impossible. It's about 120 foot.
Yeah, or follow us down the
Or
steps.
follow you down steps or go
that way.
that way.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Charlie.
All right.
And you went onto the beach, did you?
I did. I actually stopped at the bench, because there's a bench that's down here. Yeah, just to make sure we were safe
Yeah.
and nothing was behind me, but that's the first time I stopped. Go up to other dogs either.
Do you think it were odd that your dog didn't smell it?
Not particularly, no, because she was quite good in her own little world. I think I probably spooked her more shouting Missy the way I did.
Yeah, because that would be out of character for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would it put you off walking around here on your own?
Absolutely not. No. More curiosity. What if I see it again? This time I'm going to film it.
Well, do you know, so lucky to have seen it. Reports of the big cat in the area go back many, many years. In fact, way before my friend Peter, who lived in the Dyke for 13 years, first told me about it. And there's no doubt that they're still here. Years ago, I used to think that it was perhaps just one lone animal that had survived and were managing to evade detection. But now, quite honestly, I believe that there must be at least two of them, maybe more, that are managing to exist in and around this area. So I've just left the witness, and once again I've got another account of a cat sighting in this dyke. I don't suppose we're any closer to establishing if these things are real, as intangible proof of a cat that's been caught or images that have been caught. And believe me, I am trying. I have 3 trail cams set up, but so far I've not been lucky enough to capture it. But I'm in no doubt that it's here. You guys have just heard this lady talking about what she saw with her dog. It didn't display any signs of being aggressive. Curious and wanting to know what she were going to do or what a dog was going to do, but it just laid there and observed them, which is an interesting trait, because I wonder how many times people have actually walked past these animals laid up in dense undergrowth and just never known. So another account that's just inching us a little bit closer to establishing the facts that this is here. And the people that walk around Danes Dyke and tell me that they've done it for years and never seen it, what do you want me to do? Other people have walked around the location and they've seen it. So just because you've not seen it doesn't mean it's not here. And that's not a dig at you, but you know, there's a lot of people saying, oh, why don't you put cameras up? We're doing it. Why haven't I seen it when I've walked around the dyke? I can't answer that, but they're here. So once again, for Truth Proof, I'd like to say thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed what we've put out. Press the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.